So hello, this is another video all about me making an outdoor end table. It's made with exterior grade wood, requested from the person that wanted this made. So it's going to be on a back porch, and obviously with exterior grade wood, it's going to last quite a long time in the elements. And that's a cool thing about it. It can be used inside too, of course, but it'll be outside or on the back porch. I also cut all of the wood up with along with the other table project I'm doing for the same person, which I'll have another video uploaded soon enough with that as well. So you don't see me actually cutting these pieces of wood here. I'm just getting them out of my shed real quick. But yeah, so towards the middle or end of the video, you'll see I do cut up a few extra pieces because I added an additional shelf to the bottom of this table. Since it was fairly tall, it gives it a little more strength on the legs and such. Plus it looks good, so. Here you'll see I really like how these little DeWalt drill drivers and drill bit sets just snap together. It's really cool how they engineered those. I'll be buying more of them for sure. If you know what you're looking at, you're probably already noticing that there's a whole bunch of 2x4s being used here, cut up into all different lengths, but that's just because this is the design that the person wanted. They wanted the build that I showed them different options, and they liked this one, and it happens to be made mostly from 2x4s, which obviously is perfectly fine, and it'll be very strong. The shelf I'll make here in a little bit for the bottom of it isn't all 2x4s. It's actually a couple of 2x4s cut in half to make like 2x2s, as well as some what were they, 3/4 inch 1x6s cut down to fit. But you'll see here shortly. Anyways, 2x4 builds are pretty popular, but they're also pretty strong. So that's that. So obviously you'll see me use clamps quite a bit here, and if you know what you're looking at, then you'll know why clamps are so useful in wood shop. But as you can see here, it simply helps the person, whoever's building, however and whatever you're building, to make sure you're drilling or cutting or whatever you're actually doing, makes life a whole lot easier. It's almost like a whole nother set of hands. So clamps are where it's at, especially in a wood shop. Yeah, so it might look like I'm like playing with a puzzle here or something, but essentially that's what it is. You can ask any woodworker. It sure bugs me to death, and I know it does the average person who builds anything, that if you actually care about what your product's going to look like, how the design appears when the final finish and so forth, you're going to do exactly what I'm doing here, and that's to move boards around, make it look more even, more appeasing to the eye, and just overall more professional. So clearly that's not the final product there. I'll have to hold it in place while I screw them down, but you'd be surprised at what a little bit of adjusting and moving around does for a final piece. Alright, so yeah, there's those 2x4s I cut in half to make 2x2s I was talking about. Works perfectly for just making a frame for a shelf. Okay, so there you have it. That is a simple frame made by 2x2s cut from 2x4s. Not bad. So here you see me just kind of using what I have. In this case, it was just some little slivers of melamine that I had cut up. Those are just scrap throwaway pieces, but they're 1/4 inch, so it's perfect for the spacing I needed to put these shelves in the place I needed them. perfect. So you'll see here, I'm actually just simply marking the spaces here, not spaces, but the measurements for where I want to have my little drill points at. Because you'll see here in a second, I use the drill and I don't have to measure since I've already marked all the spots. Just makes it more efficient and they look more professional because they're spaced out evenly. All right, so that's first stage of this all completed. It's just all rough cut. So I'm gonna start the process of sanding it now and then make it look all pretty. Love this part actually. Even though it's super dusty, it's when things start looking more like a nice piece of furniture. Now, it's nice as it is now. Like if you just wanted to put it outside at like a park or something, I mean, this is honestly how a lot of times parks have them. Parks or recreational areas that aren't necessarily worried about it looking, perfect. They might round a few edges and that's about it. But since this is for someone's home, it's special. It's a lot better to take the time to actually sand it properly. All right, and that's the finished product, all sanded and ready to go. Now just need to finish it how the customer wants it done. Thanks for watching.